everyone, it is TM here, and, well, this is the long-awaited, technically second episode, but we're not counting episode point 5, I guess, I don't know, but yeah, this is the long-awaited Farmall plus Case IH plus Case IH plus International Hay Farm, because, well, we don't have many Farmall mods here on console, for 22 at least, so, but pretty much we are this is kind of going to be where the equipment tour is going to be, and kind of where the actual, this is kind of this is going to be where the actual start of the series is going to be. So actually, while I'm in here, I'm 10 game speed, so that so we did change a little bit around since the last quote unquote episode. The hay barn that was here is gone. We are not going to be putting down another hay barn, because this barn back here we were actually going to be using as a hay barn. So, but we do need to get cattle. We do need to get we need to get bales at least for right now to kind of get into the of all of it. So, but actually, while we're here, let's pull up here. Park the truck inside of the shed here. Leave the truck running, because we will need to kind of start doing stuff soon. So most of the equipment's in here. We got our 4 tractors. It's 1586 International, one of our bigger 4-wheel drives, which will be one of our main workhorses, where we have the 1206 Turbo International Harvester with the 890 loader that does technically go with this tractor, the 8950. Both the front loader and the 8950 are from Casarius modding. So yeah, but then we got a bunch of stuff for the Vermeer pack. The mower is one of them. We have the rest of the equipment in the shed on the other side of the wall. We have the S1800 from Julian F and 82 Studio, and of course one of BC Bueller's grain truck packs, grain beds, and then got custom modding's 2160 air 2150 planter. Got the Lizard Haymaster gooseneck. We have the what model is this? I don't remember. I think it's the it's the 770. We got. And then we have the 1066 from the Farmall Anniversary Pack over in this shed. We have our 2 Parker Gravity Wagons over here. And then we have here the rest of the Vermeer equipment from the Vermeer Pack and our Combine as well. And then in here, we have our water trailer. Back here we have the Honeybee, our grain head for the Combine, and then we have a corn head that is base game, unfortunately, because I couldn't find any modded case heads for it, because console limitation. So then we have our front loader attachments here. We have our we have our gooseneck trailer here. We got a Vermeer auger for our bins, and then yeah, that's pretty much, well, actually almost pretty much. We do also have the John Deere plow and plant the 1590 no-drill here. Then in the shed over here, we have the Valmetal Fat Mix total extraction station, and our lovely cattle barn provided from the Mod Hub once more from Lancy Boy. We have also some of the base, actually I think these are base game bunker silos. Not too sure. I don't know. They could be. They could also be ones that came on this map, which is, of course, Alma, Missouri. And pretty much it's kind of going to be more or less a kind of my own take of a Own the Map challenge. Which, yeah, I know, I was going to do another Own the Map challenge on a different map, but I guess things have kind of changed. So, but also back at the house, we do have an Mustang. Yes, I know it's not needed, but it was a nice addition to have, kind of like a garage piece. So, and if you do recognize the way it is set up, if you can guess the way that it's set up, kudos to you. Okay, other than the license plate, I couldn't get the license plate down, but other than that, if you can guess the correct setup for that Mustang, kudos to you, and you get 10 extra bonus points, and also a possible shout out whenever I do decide to stream this too. So, but then of course, well, we have the Silverado 3500 from Agrotona, which will be called a Chevy. Yes, I'm calling it a Chevy. I don't care. But first things first, though, we do need to move the 1586 out of the big shed to be able to get the Farmall some seat time in mowing. So oh crap, did we? So we will be getting. We'll start like actual planting and all that here in October. Actually, while we're in here, let's plan out what we're going to do for. Oh, that's doing all that. So the other kind of addition we did buy too is the corn dryer. I am not using the dry corn add-on for this save, however, I am using the base game corn dryer that's here on the map itself. Which, yeah. Total mix stretch, here. Storing, and then the corn dryer, which will be storing it for right now to be able to then sell it at a later date. Which, speaking of, where can we sell the dry corn? Here on Alma, Missouri. Oh yeah, a bunch of stuff. I have a bunch of actual add-on as well. Rye, peas, dried corn. Well, popcorn factory, alfalfa, hay, soybean straw. Well, we might actually do that. Do beans. We do have a bunch of new stuffs too. Bearing grease, motor oil, kerosene, crude oil, coffee beans, cucumbers, apricot jam. We have a bunch of new stuff added. Pizza stuff. Wood. And then pretty much we also do have the uh bu- 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 straw harvest add-on installed too, so that's why these bottom five are appearing. So October, September the 3rd, which is today. Well, when is it supposed to start raining, game? So so it's supposed to be rain. Oh no, it's supposed to start raining October. Oh, it's supposed to start tomorrow. Okay. Oh crap. Well, actually, speaking about that, let's move this around. While I'm in here too, I need to check what all I have turned on. Save the game too. Um, and alongside that as well, we are also going to well. So let's get the field started up on mowing. I am running the menu like for the. Oh, actually, I am running the help window off, which it might be a bad idea, but the way this is going, everything's gonna be a bad idea. So let's actually kind of start out here a little bit. Okay. So let's kind of start just going at this. Turn that back off since we now know what we are doing. So the possible additions for the farm itself will be a swather. Also, I just now realized that we might possibly make a little extra path to get out to this field as well. But yeah, a swather will be a possibility in the future. So we pretty much have a fairly good setup for fields right now, because we do have the two starting fields on what was the main farm. Well, okay, technically it is still the main farm, but before we changed it all around to be able to then have it the way it is now. Pretty much we're actually kind of going to get an outline for this field, just kind of to see where we can use everything and be able to kind of then start figuring out what we can do to be able to get this field done and dusted. The plan of attack for the possibility of the rest of the series, depending on how many episodes this goes on for, we will be upgrading the combine to a bigger combine from case and all that. It just depends on what one we go for and if we can get it within the time frame of the series, which episodes wise I'm planning on doing 30 to 40 episodes max. So now the reason why I say 30 to 40, and yes, I know I'm switching back and forth from interior to third person a lot, but it's, yeah, because of the whole idea of the Own the Farm challenge. Because, yeah, we shouldn't start out with most of the stuff that we have, like the mowers and all that. Well, start out with mowers at least, but like the planter and a few other things. But I kind of wanted to just kind of get some of the necessities, like the extra necessities out of the way first, so then we can kind of build into the large farming empire that this farm will eventually be. So, but pretty much we are kind of just starting out to mow this area right now to be able to get it windrowed, let it dry for a day, and then hopefully get it baled before let it dry for a few hours, which will hopefully mean get it to where we can have it be baled. Actually, my source of I might actually kind of store some of it in the bunkers, just to be able to get it done, like be able to have some TMR so we can get cows, which actually bale wrapper might be a good investment too later down the line. Let's see actually. Because if we can get a bale wrapper, we can then start seeing about making TMR bales and storing them in our shed that we have here on the barn over here. That's over by the, well, that's close by the cow barn. So, but bale wrapper will be probably a good idea though. I will possibly also make another like small road to be able to get to the grass field that's over to our right hand side over here, which yeah, we'll most likely be putting in, well, that, and also we are kind of looking towards to get some extra field as well. I'm considering kind of looking closer into town, so that building like it's just a lot of things that we gotta think of right now, but let's actually slow down time just a little. 6 times, sure. Guys. But for right now, though, let's actually take a look at some extra fields here to kind of get our grouping going on what we can do to be able to get a. Oh, yeah. Let's finish six. Let's finish the. Yeah. Let's finish this section first, though. Then get onto the tablet to be able to look at some extra fields to then hopefully figure out what fields will be good for hay and whatever. Because I think right now in total we have about a couple, like maybe 20 to 30 acres of hay, including the field that we just kind of drew out here on the main farm. That's kind of close to the action and all of that. Plus field 3, which is a grass field at best. But, well, I can't say at best. It's one of our main fields that we have, but I'm thinking if we find some more arable fields. So, turn off the tractor. Let's take a look at some land. So, 41, well, 41 won't be much because that's just a sawmill, which actually, go by that. Yeah, I know it's not needed, but still. So, other than that, field 5, silty clay. Also, that's kind of the setup right now so that's kind of what we're running in terms of the like environmental score for the but that's pretty much all that we own so far. So pretty much as well. Kind of wanted to take a look at, well, the BGA might not be a good shout because we would have to actually buy that section. We could kind of turn. Well, if we bought 15, we could use. Well, actually, wait, no. We We could buy this plot, which is plot 14. Then, actually, this field might be a good shout. It got something in it, though. What is that? Rye? Rye. Well, actually, what's that? Field 16, but it's spot fit me. I don't like the number systems for 22 all that very much, but there's also the train going to Sedalia. So I'm thinking as well, we kind of, well, if we wanted to, we could buy this little farm out too, just to be able to have an extra grain silo. But if we wanted to, honestly, we could be. There's 3 fields here. That's all. This whole section is all grass. But yeah, it's all ready to harvest. Whereas, so 27. What's that got going? So that has, what is that actually? So that's sunflowers there. So we can get to 23, which is still growing. That's a seed bed. Also, that rye field's still growing. Okay. Well, hmm. I'm indecisive now. Great. Hate when I'm indecisive, so. Seed bed is field. So 14 is a seed bed. Got the grass field down there. Got the grass field right here. Got a couple other fields. Remove foliage. That means that's got weedies. Oh, oops, a daisy. Alright. So, if we do 37, we can... See, I like this farm setup down here. It's just the fact that it's iffy having to manage all that acreage too, because that's all grass fields. Um, could do what's in that field? I'm guessing that's also. Oh, that's a barley. Ooh, is that growing? Oh, it's in the very early stages of growing. Oh, fun. Well, we gotta figure out something to be able to do until we can get the money. Well, here's what we can do. That's field 7, which is plot 6. That's plot 7, but that's field 8. See, that's a cornfield too. So, actually, yeah, it's silty. It's like double. It's mostly silty clay, so the yield isn't going to be great. But that might help us in the long run. We'll buy that too, I guess. This field, I mean, yeah, it'll be on our land, but so it's mostly low. Uh, trying to figure out fields that would be good to work with. This one might be a good one to work with. And again, also it's just right next door to our property. Yeah, that's field. Okay. And it's a cotton field. Oh no. Well, I mean, we could just plow it. Because I don't like doing cotton in this game. Yeah, we could plow it, be able to get it over and done with. So, hey. Well, silty clay, it's got that little section of loam in that section. Loamy sand is it's just that little, there's a little section on field 3. Just that little speck there. Then we got that section up there too, so. pH data, nitrogen, which we'll probably have to. Well, actually, kind of. We'll actually kind of. We'll actually see about getting some lime to get down on the fields too, which we'll also have to deal with getting. No, field 13. Oh, we got baling contracts though, which you can use our equipment for, but. What's in this field again? What is that? Barley? No, actually. Sorghum? Then what the heck? Oh, it's a rye. That's a rye field. Okay. What stage are you in? Very early growing. Crap. Well, let's actually finish. Hey, alright, let's finish off getting. You know, I'm just gonna leave that on. Leave that on for a little bit. Let's finish getting this field mode wrapped and all. Well, mode, windrowed, baled. Then we can start actually tinkering around with the arable field that we have here. Well, one of the arable fields we have on the map to be able to get that prepped and ready. Because the way this is looking, we might succeed, we might fail, who knows? Massive U-turn, massive mistakes here on the farm, but hey, we're fine. Maybe. We are going to then... Let's actually get this little section to do since we've missed that. But yeah, let's actually get the... Once we get this mower put up, though, let's grab the smaller Farmall. The 1066 to be able to run that for a little bit. Which, yeah, I did put a little bit of hourage already just trying to get the equipment set up and all that here on the save game, so that way you guys didn't have to bother looking at the fact that we had to deal with it. But yeah, let's take a look at getting the mower put up, grabbing the Farmall, and grabbing the windrow. Which, shit, did we buy a tedder? We never bought a tedder. Oh no. Oh no. Well, crap. So, here's what we're going to do. We are actually just going to bale these, just have them as grass bales. Or are we? Get on up here. Ay, caramba, Dios, ¿qué es? Right, let's move 1586 out of the way. Not that out of the way, I meant like actually not be able to get stuck in a wall out of the way. Let's come around here, grab the Farmall 1066. I'm actually kind of... that's almost done growing. So let's buy that as well. So, yeah, let's get this stuff wrapped up real quick. Well, because that's hay blower is going to use her straw bales whenever we get them. So, But let's get this done. Bales. Well, actually, crap. We'll need to grab. Well, let's actually grab the. We'll need to grab it before we do anything else, though, because we'll be keeping most of the bales that we can bake and collect and all that here on the farm. We just won't be using them. Oh, we'll be using them, but we just won't be like. It's like some of them will sell, some of them will keep. So, but yeah, most of the fields that we will be buying from now for a little bit will be arable. We might do some. We'll do mostly hay farming, but with a little. Well, it'll be 50-50 split between hay farming and like arable, I guess. But let's focus up here on getting this done first, because then we can grab. Actually, we can grab the 1206, hook that up to the trailer, be ready to go. So let's see what we can do right now. Let's see. We need to get trailer out of the shed. We need to grab 1206 to be able to get that ready to go. The bale. Then we could start spending some extra cash on getting the seeds that we need to be able to start planting, and well, be able to get seeds for the planter and the seeder. And alongside that, we also need to get fertilizer. So, but yeah, we are kind of just having to go at this one piece at a time to be able to get this series done, dusted, and completion. But there will be a couple of live streams that we do here on the series, though, too. Just doing tedious like smaller tasks and all that too, which will be fun for me. Well, fun and suffering for me, but mostly fun for you guys, because you guys get to see how painful this will be, having to grind out tasks here on the farm and all that. So, but with that being said too, we are kind of just going to go with the flow of things, be able to post. We'll be able to get the channel back up to where it used to be in terms of producing somewhat good content, and yeah. So, but we'll probably finish off this field and finish off this field, and then start baling the field episode, then probably finish baling, getting everything loaded, and getting it all put in storage in the next video and all of that too. So, but pretty much we are going to basically get that abomination of a field starting to be plowed, all that, as we are kind of going into the transformation of being a low-life YouTuber to being, well, something that I wanted to do a long time ago and actually start producing somewhat good content here on the channel. So, but other than that, let's get this done, dusted out of the way so we can start preparing for baling, which, I mean, depending on what time I start uploading videos again, because I will be trying to follow an upload schedule if I don't get any more repercussions with everyone outside of YouTube and all that harassing me, which I kind of don't want to fill you guys in on that just yet. But once we do get this done, all that, we will be bailing it immediately. That is the first order of business, to be able to bail it immediately. To then hopefully start getting the stuff and things on some actual arable fields done, which will be a little bit, but that section where it also drops down just a little bit, but we'll also be tending to that as well. We'll actually be running the softening tool through that section a little bit later. But actually, I might do that off camera, just to be able to be able to get, be able to get that done, dusted out of the way. So, yeah, we're just kind of focusing on this one section right now to be able to get this done, which actually might be able to. Aha! Okay, that section's done. Let's go over here, get this little section we have finished up, so that way we can start bailing this episode. We might be able to get this fully done too. Who knows? But pretty much so we are just kind of going to run we're actually going to run this section in here a little bit too, be able to then get that done, and we have successfully gotten that field done, dusted all the way. Now to run this back to the shed, well, run this back to the shed, grab the baler to be able to get that done. Because, yeah. There will also be a possibility where we will run another series 2, just not on this map though, of like we keep most of the equipment that we have on here, but we kind of switch it out and like switch it out to then get the to get some new equipment basically for another farm. So, but let's go ahead, grab the baler, and with the moment that we have, well, this time we have left of this episode, let's actually do 150 centimeter. Let's do 180 centimeter bale. Well, 150 will be the better idea here. Hey, alright. So let's drop the pickup and start working. So 150 centimeter bale, 150 centimeter bales will be coming out of the Vermeer 605 baler. We did miss a section. Oh well. So we've. Oops. Cool. Right, back to it. As this will be kind of the moment we start to get a bunch of the stuff done here on the way. But let's actually go into first person a little bit. For the remainder of this video, actually see about getting some first person content in here. There we go. Get this out of the, get this up here, and we will hopefully finish this by the end of, well, we might be able to finish this first headland. Please say thank you. And also, there will be times where we will slow down the time too on the save game. Don't worry about it. That'll be kind of when, like, we need it. Like, that'll be kind of the time when we will be getting, like, if we need it to be done, we'll get the time slow down to real time, actually, which will basically correspond to real life time, but not really, because of in-game times being different in real life. Which I have to just increase the size of bales just a little bit, just to be able to get a little bit more out of the bales themselves. Right, that is our 8th bale on the save game. Oh yeah. Right, let's roll. Yeah. So, we are going to be which actually the automatic pickup will help, because I don't actually have to freaking manual. That just means I won't manually. Which, actually, while we're doing that, let's turn off the help menu. Because since we have the automatic pickup on mailer, we can just automatically pay. So, get that out of the way done and dusted. And then let's continue forward with baling. So, this will be one of our So this little field that we've come up with on the main farm where the cow barn on the main farm used to be, will be the kind of like one of the main hay fields. Whereas that field back there, field 3, will be field 3. I mean, will be part of the hay field as well. Which but again though, we will be doing arable and hay farming on the series, so Alright, then so I know next time though when we do baling I will be increasing it to 180. I just wanted to get this first batch of 150 centimeter bales out of the way, done and dusted first, because well I realize that we probably won't be, well, we might keep these. If we do decide to build a secondary farm, we will be doing a sheep farm. Yeah. Sheep farm will be the way to go for the next farm. Because, yes. Yeah, there's this little bump here that we'll be definitely dealing with. So meaning that'll be sorted out before episode 2 comes out. We'll also be possibly buying the dreamt upon secondary farm for the sheep. Which, who knows, we might build one, we might convert one of the other 2 farms that we have here on the map to one. Or we might just build another sheep barn, like we might build a sheep barn here on the main farm instead, so. It just depends on how it all goes. We might even, actually, going back on that idea, we might convert a field into a sheep farm. Like, convert a little bit of land into a sheep farm and all that, so. Yeah, that's actually kind of sounding like a very, very nice idea. Alright. While we're in here, though, let's hop on the help menu again, because that's actually kind of helping see what bales we have so far. And we currently have 14 bales. Nice. But yeah, pretty much once we get this kind of out of the way, ready to go, all that, we are going to then start doing some arable stuff. Well, first 2 episodes might be arable. Well, since this first episode is going to be kind of like hay work, we might as well kind of do the first half of tomorrow's episode. We might do half of tomorrow hay, half of tomorrow arable, and then we'll kind of just go from there, see how it'll go. Which actually kind of make it. I got to disturb on the phone or something. So then let's finish up this section. Yeah. Very good grades. But yeah, once we get this field done though, we will kind of see how it goes from there, and kind of getting the hay farm up, running and all that. Which, I mean, yeah, we kind of have already done it already, but that is our 17th bale? Yes, it is. So, alright. But, so let's get this section finished off. Then we can get the remaining. We'll get the remaining section of the field done tomorrow. Or, well, we might actually start. No. Actually, no. No. Let's get this section finished off first. And then I'll see about getting the bales that we have. Which, actually, that's kind of sounding like a bad shout. But let's get this section done, dusted out of the way. And then this will be kind of where we end off the video here. Well, actually, let's drive over to a section really quick, tidying up a little bit. And then we can see about getting. Oh, we don't have that much left. We might be able to finish it this episode. We just gotta go fast. Because we got 4.5 minutes left. Go, 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 go. Go. Go, big red tractor, go. One more stop and I shall scream. But alongside that too, we'll probably just plow this field into just so that way we can get this done and all of that. This final strip. Yay! Alright, we have this field done officially. And it only took us an entire episode to do it, which by PlayStation standards that's fairly good, so. But let's turn off the baler, throw it back in the shed for right now. And that'll be what we call a very successful episode 1 here on Alma, Missouri for the Own the Map Challenge. And this is kind of and going off of this information too, this is kind of year 1. We have started here in September. Oh, actually move that up just a little. So we've kind of gotten a fairly good start so far. But alongside that too, we do need to get plow and all that moved, which actually I'll get that moved first before we do end the video. And then we'll get truck hooked up to the trailer. And then we'll kind of I might finish. Oh, actually don't know what I will do for the bales. Because we will need to get. Oh, please don't tell me I'm kidding. Okay, I'm kidding. So we need to not hit the 8950. Oh, perfection. So let's get this out of the way so we can grab the truck really quickly because we only got about. Alright. Go, 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 go. We're in. I am sorry, Farmall, for hitting you in the push, but let's get. Oh, yes. Alright, we have the truck ready to go for tomorrow, and this will be where we end off the video, y'all. Yeah, that was kind of last second, so thank you all for watching. Episode 2 will be somewhat different with gang bales and all that sorted out, so Thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all later. Peace.